Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Gano.
And I am Michael Imbriani.
And tonight we have here Mr. Joe Cardona. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Cardona, right now, what is your position at Rowan University?
Well, my title is the Associate Vice President for University Relations, but I'm also considered the spokesman.
Okay. Well, what steps do you think we could take for a bigger audience, to prepare for a bigger audience and outcome for our upcoming years?
Well, you probably have a pretty good audience right now. I would imagine there's a lot of people watching on TV now, and moms and dads and sisters watching online the program, because your activities look really entertaining. So I think in the outward years, just honing in on more of your entertainment, getting a couple of, if you can really land maybe a key act, and every hour have like a well-known name, or even someone visiting from the Philadelphia area that might add some name cachet to it. I think once you build up a little bit and able to show them the successes that you've had, you might be able to land some big names and get a bigger audience.
Now, you pursued your bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degree here at Rowan University. Why do you like Rowan University so much?
Oh, Rowan's a great place to be. I was undergraduate, as you said, as a marketing student, and probably my junior year, I figured out I was in the wrong major. But obviously, you can't go backwards. So I graduated, knowing full well I'd work out in the business world for a while. Came back, picked up a master's degree, went back out to the business world, worked for Mobil Oil, and then landed my job here working in EOF at the beginning, and switched over to the public relations department and picked up a doctorate on the way along the way.
How does the telethon compare with other events at Rowan?
I think it's probably one of the most unique events. There's a lot of fundraising events on campus, everything from the March of Dimes to PRCSA's Organ Donor Awareness Day to Relay for Life, and there's a lot of smaller groups working with community groups to raise money. But this event, obviously it's electronic, you can see it anywhere in the world, and you have all these different acts coming on, and you have so many students working on it in front of the camera. So I think it's probably one of the most unique.
And what is your favorite part working here at Rowan University?
Well, the favorite part is having the ability to do things like this, working with students. Unfortunately, I'm locked up in my office a lot of times working on trying to promote the university, and I miss those days being in student affairs, being able to work with students.
What other charities do students help with?
Well, as I mentioned, the coming up Relay for Life is a real big event, and it's a really nice event. And particularly this year, we're adding a new segment to it where we're going to actually light a torch in memory of those who we lost to cancer. And that torch is going to be run for 4 hours around the track. And people can sign up to take part in that torch run. And actually, there's even a higher level of fundraising involved with that activity, where the president is challenging people to run for that full time. But the president was also here to help you guys with your fundraising earlier tonight. So there's a lot of things going on around campus, and we as administrators and faculty and professional staff try to help out a little bit with all the charities because they're so important.
In Rowan, what activities were you involved in?
Well, as a student coming out of high school, I really didn't do anything. But when I got here, my first activity was actually a volleyball game in which I broke my thumb that very first day of being at Rowan. But since that time, I got the bug of being involved. So that turned into being in the resident hall organization, going into student government association. I was a resident assistant, and sure enough, my senior year, I was student government president. So just like you guys, I was involved with a lot of things.
And what advice do you have for us?
Well, I think if you stay involved, look at things that need to be done, that doing these things on campus now will give you those life lessons that'll take you far into the future. And once you become professionals, you'll be able to go in your communities and be leaders there too.
Well, we have to wrap it up now, Mr. Cardona. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we're going to throw it over to Joe and Lauren.
What do you want?